I'm at Portland Tri-State Engine Show, and this is what we often see here is these old hit and miss motors. These are pretty cool. That's sold. This one's sold. And then they got a couple little bitty guys over here. And $250 for that little one there. Got another nice little sword one. That anvil right there, $575. I think you guys remember me seeing an anvil at my 127 sales. It was like 4 times bigger than that for $300. That was a steal. But these hit miss motors are not uncommon to see here. But what I did find kind of uncommon, check out this, we got a bumper car. Indy style, got the big wing on the back, I like that. Looks like an adult could almost ride in it. $600 and it runs. Is that pretty cool or what? Check this guy out. But one of the neat finds at Portland. Portland, I'm looking at some of these hit miss motors. This John Deere, a really nice one here. These sell for over $2,000. $2,500, $2,800, depending on how nicely they're done and how rare they are. You get the ones that aren't restored, they might be at $1,200. Even less, takes more restoration like this one, maybe a little bit less. And a lot of times you'll see these little accessories that go with them. But this is the first time I'm here with Shop Dog Sam, and I'm checking out this really cool killer. It looks like it's from a circus hit miss motor. I've never seen that. I mean, look at the trailer, look at the brakes. Check those out. Isn't that amazing? You could hook it on behind a horse or donkey or goats or whatever. It's got all kinds of neat little decoration on the front. Just amazing little hit miss motor. You might see this maybe running something to make ice cream. Who knows what they used it for back in the day. Any idea what they might have used this for, Shop Dog Sam? What they might have used this nice looking international hit miss motor for?
How much?
What they might have used it for?
Yes. In 1920, they would have used these kind of engines, hit and miss or call a governor, or anything that has an electric motor on it today. They would have used that on it then.
So he said that anything that we would run with electric motor at the fair or at the circus, which more likely circus, they would use this motor on. So they could have ran any number of things there. But this nice looking setup with this beautiful woodwork and paint job, we're looking at about $4,000. So it's not quite double what your regular one would be, but boy, is it an eye catcher. What a piece. And I want to thank Shop Dog Sam. Check out his YouTube page for giving me some information on this. Another neat little thing at Portland I'm checking out. We got these old race cars here, go-karts, pretty cool vintage ones. You can see how they're rounded, just like a 1950s dirt track car. They still got some of the old decals on them. The Hurst shifters, STP, drag-on mufflers. I like that one. Check out that drag-on mufflers decal. Yeah, the ports on the sides, like the old Buicks had. Those are neat. STP filter. That front one, top one, must have been a bad crash. But these guys are pretty neat. I like them. Another neat thing at Portland. I talked to the gentleman from Michigan that brought these down from Grand Rapids. These had 4 horsepower coolers in them with handbrakes, and which is pretty cool. This one is actually kind of crunched up a little bit in the front, and you can see back in the motor in the back. And had little 4-horse coolers on them. Some of them were the decals. And he wants $5,500 for all 4 of them and the trailer. So they're not a bargain, but heck, that's not a bad price for. These were built in the 50s. Actually started making them like in late 40s into like 50, late 50s. And they were race cars. So that's just a little bit extra information on these little race cars. At Portland, checking out some of the stuff. We got this nice little Pepsi Cola button. It's a 1964. You can see down there 264. $650 for that guy. Got this C-cab for delivery, but it's miniaturized. It's got a nice little fake motor in there. Front suspension is pretty cool. It's actually got actual front suspension. It's a C-cab Ford delivery truck. Isn't that cool? It must be like half scale or something. And it's got like a 40/20 on the back, which again is probably half scale or less, quarter scale, because it's a garden tractor fixed up like a 40/20 diesel tractor. They did a really nice job on this. And I don't know if this is the gentleman that owns this. We're checking out your craftsmanship. You have a really nice little ride right here. Did a nice job on the paintwork, the motor. And I'll slip around back of it because I didn't notice this the first time. But check out, this is all painted on there. Decal, screen print or something, but even looks like a 40/20 from the back. Get back in the light so you can see it good. Yeah. He did a really nice job on it. He's even got himself a little baby hit miss motor here. Look at that little guy. And it runs. He don't mess around. He's got all the cool stuff. What's your name?
Ron.
Ron's got all the good stuff here. And of course we got a big rod and piston out of a actual John Deere Model 70.
Look at the little motor.
And we'll go. He's got the little motor running now. Check it out. Look at that. Very neat. And we'll come back. He's got his little. We got a little super miniature size. What is this? A quarter scale?
It's a
Third scale of a hit miss motor.
third scale of a 1.5 horse John Deere.
Third scale 1.5 horse John Deere. You can see a little spring working. It's got the little spark plug, probably like a little Cox engine. That's amazing. What a great job.
I always tell everybody that's the piston out of it.
Yep. Somehow he gets that piston in that little motor. I'll tell you what, he's a magician. Thanks for showing us. I always like checking out the Crocs at these shows. This guy has some pretty interesting ones. He's got the Western stoneware. You can see them here. And pretty nice ones. That one's a little bit more unique with the 5 from that jug. Another Western stoneware. We'll just check out the price on this big 5-gallon one. Not a bad price, $55. I'm not real familiar with the Western stoneware, but over here to the right, what he's got, nice sign there for the bread, but it's these bee sting Crocs. And he's got 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Let's check the price on the 6-gallon, because this thing is pretty nice. That's got chip right there. And there's the price. $225, even with a chip on a bee sting. These things always bring a premium. This one's got a little chip too, and $175. So they bee stings bring a premium. I don't know if that's the best price with all the damages. Like the Western was probably a better deal for my thoughts. But those are nice. Checking out some of the signs here. We got a pretty cool one over here. We got this registered Holsteins, and it's double side. 1495. I like it. That's pretty cool. It's got honest wear. It's got a couple, can't tell if they're bullet holes or what, but it's got some holes down there. And he's got other neat stuff. I like the orange crush here. And he's got just a nice table full of things.
Yeah, if that's the same guy, yeah, he's amazing. He buys a lot. He's a sharp guy.
And I like that Champion over there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
He also has you got your food items.
My dad had a small one for 15, not in my shape, and he sold it.
And we'll just look at a couple of the prices.
Little one?
Yeah,
for the AC Delco, $425.
Yeah.
It's faded.
This one's a better sign.
And this orange crush, which I liked.
Yeah,
it's got these little
I think it is worth more.
things you can put like your menu on here. That's what's neat about this one. And
I don't know if it's this size.
I have to ask him what he wants for that
I
one.
didn't know there was 2 different sizes.
Checking out this aero motor. This big, huge thing. You see the guy standing there. That is 10 foot. And of course, it goes on the top of your wind tower, and it pumps your water sometimes. Sometimes I use it for other things. But I'm coming around the back side. There's the directional vane. And you can see here, it's aero motor, and it's made in Chicago. And you can see the patents. And every one of them is 1800s, 1814. Everything's old, long time ago. Pretty amazing. This is at Portland. And let's check the price out on it since we're here. 10-foot aero motor, 1 mil, and 2,200. And he's got part of it there. It's actually got the steps too. You can see that. He's got another section for steps for the bottom part. It doesn't have all of the tower here, and of course there's the top. But that is just something really unique that you won't see it too many other places. He actually brought this from Tennessee. Isn't that amazing? I'll get back here a little way so you can see how big it is with the guy standing next to it. Pretty dang cool. I like that. Nice little thing. You'll only see it at Portland. At the engine show. There you go. You got that and the American flag hanging in the background. That is nice. We just got done looking at that big windmill, that big air motor, and what it would often run is one of these water pumps. These pumps here. If you look, you see at the top, you can see where it hooked into the windmill, and it actually cycle it up and down, instead of doing it with the handle. That's where it would hook in at, and then you could pump your water with wind power. Behind this, you see this really nice. It's just an agricultural cart, but it's from Germany. That's why it's got that European look, like you might see in the movies. Really cool. Another thing, if you look behind this nice looking water pump, and by the way, these pumps, pretty good price, $185 for something as large as those, for a big statement piece in your garden or your property. That big for $185 is a pretty good price. And if you're into firefighting history, a lot of guys are, check out that guy. That's a hose carrier for your hose back whenever horses would drag it around. So $525 and you can have yourself a fire hose cart. And that one's manufactured in Philadelphia. Pretty famous back in the day for manufacturing items. So Dennis has some nice stuff here. Back up a little bit more so you can kind of see all of it. At Portland, got some big anvils, 7 1/4. I don't think 125 pounds, heavy. And then these little case, and you can see the Case Eagle on there. And those are rear covers for tractors. Some different seats for if you had a bar or something, you want a country theme, those would be pretty awesome. Just a lot of neat stuff right here. A little bit of Americana and Europe as well. Thanks. Here checking out some vintage license plates. I always like the old license plates. He's got pairs of them here, old 1918, but he's also got 1919 here, but they're sequential. So that's pretty cool. Old 67 motorcycle plate. If you got like an old 67 Harley, that's perfect. He's got some of the flats down here. He's got some of the waffles from the Korean War, the aluminum waffle material, make them a little bit stronger. So pretty cool. Another thing that he's got a little farm mart here. It's all like kind of glued together. And we'll walk around past this Kendall oil dispenser. I always like these because Kendall sponsored us in tractor pulling. And 2 1/4 for that. That's pretty cool looking. Kind of nice to have in the shop to have a vintage look. Got the pump but what's really cool for vintage is this guy. That Art Deco looking, that is an oil dispenser from several years ago. I'm guessing maybe 40s, 50s, something like that. And then if this isn't cool enough, it's $550. And it's got the good look to it. And it's a US oil. We've got this pair here. And you'll see this one here the oil will come into here. It'll drain, pull it under your car, drain your oil. Got this dipstick tube down here so you can tell if you got how much oil's in your tank. So you're draining your oil into this one. See, that's got a nice look to it. You can just barely read the name on the side. Then when it comes time to fill your car, you got this one over here. And it's $5.50. And it's in pints, not quarts. But just beer for British, they'd be happy. But anyways, so you can have both of these EP gear for about $1,000. So you can change your oil in a vintage shop. That is just really nice. And then he's got some nice signage. I see this BFG one. We'll check it out on the price. And it is $440. Not a bad price. I like the BFG. I have BFG tires on my Bull Bronco. Over here is kind of cool. This is something you don't see a lot because it's banana. Those are banana boxes. And they were shipped here to Ohio from Central America. So that's kind of a neat decoration, something a little bit different. I like the wood boxes, always like the wood boxes. 175. Get there where you can get in focus. Yeah, it's having troubles with the light. But for the old gargoyle oil box, I like this vintage looking wheelbarrow. This is pretty cool. And it's $3 1/4 for that old wheelbarrow. It's got a really nice look. You can see it's got a little bit of decoration still on it. And then the ice cream stuff's always getting more popular. He's got an old ice cream sign for $3 1/4. So that's pretty neat. So he's got a lot of neat stuff here. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of hit-miss motors here. We'll check out the little ones. And he's got some bigger ones. We've got John Deere and a lot of different brands and varieties. And they just keep going. More little hit-miss motors. So if you ever need a hit-miss motor, come to Portland. There's no shortage of hit-miss motors. We got Peerless. We've got Foose. We've got a lot of different brands here. There's Fairmont. I know there's Fairbanks. Just pretty neat stuff. This is only the second one of these I've ever seen. He's got the stakes redone. $650 for this John Deere cart, and for the number 8 cart. And the only other one I've ever seen is sitting in my workshop on my shelf, and I bought it when I saw it at a garage sale for 50 bucks. And it's about the same condition mine is. Mine has a little bit of rust back here too. So that's pretty dang cool. I like seeing it. I'm surprised he's got the stakes for it because they're so hard to find the bottom. Really neat. They have a lot of agricultural signs here. They've got some new ones. Still got the plastic on them. Some older, some oil. A lot of old plows inside. I'm going to check on that decal sign back there. That's what I'm curious about. You got some big old oil tank for oil pump. And we'll take a quick look at maybe a plow or two. Another thing they got is for hay racks. A lot of people use these now for decoration in their houses and barns. And we'll take a quick look at this one, restored kind of. And it's 165. Non-restored, we got one for 150. And I don't know the prices on those things very well. This one's got some really neat decoration on it. That's really sharp. And 550 because pay extra for the neatness, that's for sure. We got this big long beam plow right here. Look at that big long beam. And you can see the plow here. Grab the handles. See it there. Big. Oh, it's an Oliver even, so it's quality brand name. And that's $3 1/4. So give you an idea what some of these old pieces of farm equipment cost, and especially brand name ones. And we're checking out some of these signs again. They've got more down here, pulleys and stuff. And we got a little bitty pulley, $65 for that little one. Pretty pricey for that. I'll check out the DeKalb sign. I really like that one. And that's a big sign, $350. Got some patina to it. And we'll walk on down and we'll check out this great big Beck sign down here on the end. And unfortunately, that one I don't see a price on, so I can't do any comparisons for you on that one. But just some neat agricultural things for you. And some, if you want to keep water for your birds, your chickens, that's kind of $75 for that. So that stuff's even got value too. So there's another little chicken waterer. That kind of, I like that design on that one. It's sharp with the cow chick mix, chicken feeders. And $125. So everything's got value. Checking out these monstrous steam whistles. These things are just huge. Look at this. I don't know how long. That's probably 3 foot long whistle, but the overall thing's probably 5 foot tall from there to there. And I was informed as these come out of factories at the end of the day or at lunchtime, whatever, you hear that whistle blow, it'll be one of these steam whistles. So that gives you an idea of where it is and kind of unique stuff you see here in Portland. He's got a really nice Massey Harris sign back there. It's almost pristine. It's sold for $3,800. Really nice piece, rare. One of the things that caught my eye when I was walking down the aisle was this hopper wagon. It's a salesman sample for Hydroflow wagons. It's actually got a little door that opens here. It's got the auger that comes out, the handle, and this is so unique. I know I won't be able to find anything like it online. $675 for something that unique is probably a really good price, because I see pedal tractors selling for that aren't near that unique. He's got a super nice new idea sign right behind that, and it's $3,800, and that thing is pristine, like it just came out of the box. Got a few other nice signs over here. I mean, that's a porcelain, and we're looking at $895. This gentleman's got a lot of really nice signs here. I see a home light chainsaw, Frontier gas. I like the Mack trucks. That's a nice sign. Porcelain looks like $575. That's a nice sign. Ford tractors over there. Oliver outboard motors. I didn't even know Oliver made outboard motors. And it's double-sided. Wow, that's nice. He's got some big money signs over here. That Cub Cadet. That's a really nice one. But that Pennzoil, wow, that's big sign. That's big dollars. That's porcelain. And the price, $4,800, $4,800. Really nice Sinclair, really nice. And the price on that one, $4,800 as well. We'll go around the other side here. Check out these in the light. Got Cadillac service. Musco gasoline. That was a $4,800 sign, I'm guessing. So same with the Cadillac service. Really nice signs here. Manly Seed dealer. And we've got a nice looking Shell sign here, $575.